Alright, so I finally finished my multi-base Stasis device farm, so I'm gonna give it a test run. It's 6 bases in total for the Stasis devices. You could probably do it in 5. I couldn't do it with 5 just because I wasn't willing to invest that much time into finding a base with every single thing, so I got 6. I just got one extra one. But anyway, to start off, I cleared out my exosuit, my cargo, my starship. Everything's empty, and I'm gonna leave the freighter here in Eisentam. It's a completely different galaxy, so I'm gonna leave it there just so it could be like 100% material from the bases. So let's try that out. So let's start. So the first one's gonna be the cobalt. Um, that would be the one that would be with the nitrogen and the other one where you would get all these things together in one base. I got everything but the cobalt, so I made an extra cobalt base. So that's where we're gonna go there first before we go back. We'll start refining the things. But it's a simple base. Everything's kind of just pretty simple. Grab this exosuit, done. Quick base tour. It's pretty much extractors, supply depots, and power. Not much needed. And one here, just so I can grab and go. Pretty simple, easy. Let's go. I like to save actually before we leave every checkpoint, if you will. So then we're gonna go here to what's the second one? It's gonna be the oxygen. This one. This is probably where you spend the most time. Aside from crafting itself, because it's so many mats you need for stasis devices. So we're gonna do that. Get everything together here. So really simple. So the way I designed everything was kind of like a central point in the center, kind of like the central hub where I can access all the supply depots. The cool thing about these things, you just put one wherever, and as long as it's connected to the network, you're able to extract everything, or from one central point. So it's actually all the way over there, the oxygen's all the way down there, whatever. So grab the oxygen. Okay, these are refiners. So here I'm gonna go ahead and grab all these carbon planters, or standing planters. Just go around and just grab all of them. It's hard to calculate exactly how many planters you need. They don't always yield the same, so I just made some extra just in case. But regardless, I like to harvest all of them before I even start crafting, just for laughs. And again, this is where you're gonna spend the most time. Everything else is just kind of grab and go, and then crafting, of course, also spend some time on that. But I'm pretty proud of this setup and this base, so that's why I'm making a video. So should be about done here. I think this is 2 more. Okay, so I'll grab these. And then essentially you just grab the carbon, put it in the refiner with the oxygen that we just grabbed. I like to split the stacks just so I could distribute them evenly throughout the refiners. And you'll see what I mean by that. So everything is collected. Okay, so we'll start. Where's the middle here? Okay, so we'll start right there. Actually, let me split the stacks beforehand. So this is the exosuit. I like to split them. So I actually need 960 stacks of 960s. So I'm gonna do that. Oops. All right, perfect. 960 and 960. There you go. You could do this in the refiner, but I just find it so much better. How much is that? 2, 4, 5. Okay. I need 12. Then I'll do the same thing with the carbon and the cobalt, but just 160 on those. Now that should give me the right amount that I need. There's gonna be some extra, some surplus, but it's perfect if in case you miscalculate or you do an error. There's a lot of room for error in this area because human intervention. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. So 960 here, and then got 960 here, and one more. Alright, 960. These I'll leave like that. I will be splitting these two, but I guess I'll just do those in the refiner. I have more space. So 960, boom, and then cobalt's gonna be 160. So 160, and we go. All right, so we do the same thing on all of these. 960, carbon, 160. All right. I like splitting the stacks because you get the satisfaction of it using the entire stack of oxygen. Once we're gonna put the output to input right back in, so it's gonna consume another few oxygen. So it's good. It's good. It should be the exact amount we need. We need some condensed carbon. That's why we're doing this. To get the alloys going for the Stasis Devices. So we do 160 here. Boom. Alright. Drop these guys in there. Do 160 here. Boom. We're almost done with the carbon. So you do 160 over here. Alright, now while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and do these. These are, I put the blue lights on here because these are gonna be for cobalt. Same thing, just with cobalt, just not as much carbon, or not as much as carbon rather, but we only need 4 of these going at a time. Get my stack of 960 there. 160. And then the same thing here. We're gonna grab those from the output, put those right back into the input, and it will consume the exact amount of oxygen. Alright, 160. That should be right. So while that's going, we go over here. These all should be done. Grab condensed carbon into input. Again, the second sesh takes a little longer because see 2 minutes here for each, which is perfect because those up there will be done then. Here we go. Alright, now we can go up here, do the same thing up here. That's cobalt. Grab these. Excuse me. Begin. Alright, perfect. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and save. And then we can take this opportunity to check the base out. So this is where I'm getting my paraffinium. These are wires and supply, my pylons or power, whatever. The oxygen's all the way over there. I had to extend the base. That's the nitrogen over there, all in a single file, right in the center, right in the epicenter of the gas pocket there. And then again, of course, boom, another pylon, and then this is where all the power is coming from, and this is the setup. It's pretty cool. It's just straight to the point, you know. Here's what I mean. There's central console, their central hub rather. So the supply depots right in the center, so I can go ahead and access all the contents from the network in this central station, and I don't have to ever leave this area. Alright, so let's see what we got here. These are almost done, 91%, so we got everything's, yeah, the freighter's not here, so that's cool. So nothing's from the freighter. I don't even have materials that I need from in here regardless, so perfect. So I hear them finishing, so I'll grab them as I go. So exosuit, exosuit. I'll just grab all of these, and then we should have some carbon left over, of course, because it's better to have more than have less and then need some, you know. It's so annoying. But this is a straight run of, you know, the contents of the multi-base. Nothing else outside. It's satisfying. It's like a self-sufficient system. Except you need a human. Ha! Alright, so everything's done. I collected everything. So now I'll go ahead and grab the other stuff. So I need the paraffinium. Oh shit. This needs 11 minutes yet. Wait, I just need... That's alright. I'll grab it. I think I just need 3,200 maybe? 32,000 in here, so that's good. So we'll grab this. Alright, so let's go to the next base. Next bases are pretty simple. It's just grab and go. Go in, grab the shit you need, and be out. That's gonna be the radon. I showed that the paraffinium still needed about 11 minutes, 12 minutes to finish. I designed it in a way where I can harvest this every 16 hours. But some are a little off, meaning there's a little more, so it might take a little longer. Like that one says 17, but 17 hours. This is 15 hours. But roughly around 16 hours, I should be able to grab everything. So yeah, I just went ahead, grabbed this stuff, and go. This one is similar again, central hub, central station where I could gather everything. Everything's being harvested outside, off-site, and again, everything's gathered up in the center, so I can access it and just save, and then go on my way. Then the next one's sulfurian. Yes. Now these bases have to be constructed in specific planets, right? It has to be a lush, a cold, a hot, and then, well, the oxygen and the cobalt kind of appears randomly as long as there's an atmosphere. So ideally you'd want the nitrogen, the oxygen, and the paraffinium with the oxygen and the cobalt. I just got it with the cobalt, with the oxygen. So same thing here. Grab the sulfurin. That's 16 hours. And phosphorus. Oh, I got no more space. Okay. Exosuit high capacity it is. Save. And then take a little quick look. I couldn't find power for this base, but I liked the positions of the sulfurin and the phosphorus. So I was like, screw it, I'm making my own power. So I kind of devised this little thing, this little power spire, I don't know, stick, pillar, And then I just have the batteries and the solar panels up there, and then everything is kind of like uh, all the power is coming from there and stored up there. But it's sufficient enough to run the most important thing, which is like this pillar and that up there. Uh, all right. Yep. Storm coming, so time to go, buddy. Time to go. Let's save one last time. Now the next base, or the next two bases rather, it's gonna be the crop bases. So circuit boards. You need circuit boards and you need living glass for the stasis devices. So um, these two bases are just crops, plants. I designed it in a way where you could kind of like go one direction and collect everything. And this one is just a circle. So again, I come here, I like to save, and then just go here in the center and just grab all. We're gonna do this all around. There should be enough space. Worst case scenario, I have my ship. My ship's up there. I'll show the base in a little bit, so. And this is pretty much all it is. You grab all these. Of course, I calculated how many plants you need, and now something worth noting is that your multi-tool has a lot to do with your harvest amount. Apparently, I learned that the other day. So ideally, basically, you want your optical drill says resources mined plus 50%. Now, if this is in the center and it's touched on all four sides by your upgrades, and then let's say advanced mining or whatever, it would actually boost your resources. Now that applies for obviously your carbon from like mining trees, or your ferrite dust from the rocks, but it also affects you harvesting plants. So it applies that same boost to the plant harvest. So that was awesome to know, because that means I could build a smaller base with enough resources to build it up. So this is kind of what it looks like. You just go around in a circle, central hub. There's no gases or supply depots in this. This is just plants. So that's kind of like what I came up with, and it's kind of like in this circular crater, which is I thought was perfect. Power's over there, and then just coming all the way over here and spread out across the base. So, all right. So save. Next base. And the last base is going to be the living glass. And then after this, we can just start crafting. And hopefully I got everything right. It should make 64 stasis devices. Now, of course, I don't need any units in this game, any more units, but it's just so fun to build shit. It's so fun. So I just grabbed these first. I needed 4 more frost crystals, but I don't want to build a whole dome for it, so. And same thing here. Go around, grab these guys. So this one I just made it straight, kind of like a pier, because it was on a. It's kind of like offshore, like all the power was kind of like right offshore. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it like a pier style plant harvest here. I'll show you guys in a second. As soon as I collect all these plants. Oops. Alright, I left these 2 here just in case I needed more, but I don't need more. But this is what it looks like. It's pretty much a pier, straight pier. Put my ship here because it looks cool. And then of course when I'm here and I'm done, I just kind of get in this teleporter and that'll take me back to the front. Sweet. Save. And actually we could craft right here. Yeah, we'll craft right here. There's nothing else we gotta do. So this is everything we need for 64 stasis devices. Alright, so let's start crafting. So we're gonna do let's do the alloys first. Then we'll do, what do we need? The grantine. Yeah, these guys. Okay, so we need so I have some macro set up so I can build, so these numbers go up faster. See how it would go like that? So it's 64 of these. Then I need some magno gold, or we could do aronium first. So that would be 64 because we're mailing 64. 64 is our number. Magno gold should be the right number here. 64. Perfect. Now we take those. Let's make some eretosite. That should be 64 exactly. Beautiful. So that's cool. Then we need nitrogen salt, enriched carbon, and thermal condensate. So these I need 128 of them. So we do the thermal condensate. 128. Oh, we'll do 128. That looks good to me. Then we do enriched carbon. 128. Now, in case we need more, just in case, I think I have some extra ones, so that's good. So it's gonna be 128 as well. Don't think I have any more room, so we're gonna go to cargo. Oh, or that's where we were, rather. Starship. Oh, Starship's over there, so kind of out of range. Okay, let's go build here. So then we'll go nitrogen salt. 128 of this. And 128. Perfect. So now let's get rid of these. We need some semiconductors. So this takes some of that. So this should give me what I need here. I need 64. Yeah. And then I need superconductors, right? Enriched carbon. Yes, I need 64 of those. 64. Some hot ice. I don't think I'm gonna have enough room for this one. Shit. Okay, well, let's see. How much can we build here in this area? Ah, perfect. 64. Oh, it made some space. Gotcha. The infamous cryo pumps. We all know and love the cryo pumps. 64 cryo pumps. Heat capacitors? Yeah, 64 of those. Now these are the crops. Please have enough. Yes, 64. Polyfibers, because we need to get these circuit boards coming. So that should be 64. Right? Why can I not build? Oh, there's no more room. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, how much was that? How much did I make? 10, 20, 30, 45. Okay, so yeah, so should be 14, so 19. Alright, and then we need circuit boards. That's 40, so we need 24 more. Perfect. Now we got the polyfibers, we got everything, the circuit boards. I think we need some lubricants. I think I need 64, right? Perfect. That's perfect. That feels so good. I got the circuit boards, alright, so now we put them together. Quantum processors. Let's build 64 of those. Boom. And then this is kind of like where I'm gonna run out of room here. So glass. I need 320 glass. Shit. I'll do them in hundreds. How's that? So I'll do 100. Okay, and then I'll do living glass. Okay. And then I'll do another 100. Some living glass. So that's 2. And that's 300. Alright, and 20. Oops. Back up, 20. So that's 320. Now if I need more, I could always make more, I think. So that's 4. So then that would give us the cryogenic chamber. 64 possible? Perfect. So fucking good. And then lastly, the big boys. Come on, all at once, please. Yes. 64 stasis devices. Just like that. Look at that. Beautiful. And we got some extra stuff. Some plants, another some frost crystals, some cactus flesh, Fecium, gamma root, and then oh look, we got some extra stuff. I could store that later. Yeah, this is some surplus here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, it looks like I have plenty of standing planters here, which is cool because you use carbon for a few things. But that was it. All right, awesome. Now I'm gonna go give these out at this anomaly. Deuces.